With the new year ahead, many of us are reflecting on our goals and aspirations. While this can be a time of inspiration and planning, it can also come with a lot of pressure. The pursuit of perfection in our goals, habits, or even our self-image can be overwhelming. Let's talk about how to release that pressure, embrace imperfection, and set a balanced, meaningful tone for the year ahead. Or rather, let me talk while you kindly listen, and please share your thoughts in the comments. There's a beautiful quote by Martin Luther King Jr. that says, "You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step." This reminds us that perfection is not the goal. Showing up, trying, and being present is where the true value lies. Recognizing these patterns is the first step towards letting go of perfectionism. When we acknowledge its presence, we can start to challenge its hold on us. Spiritually, perfectionism often stems from the illusion of control. And that's a huge topic for me, so I thought about that a lot lately. I'm the type of person that looks at the menu of the restaurant 2 days before going there, and I already make a selection of 2 or 3 dishes I would pick. So control is really something often on my mind. But speaking with the poet Rumi, try not to resist the changes that come your way. Instead, let life live through you. And do not worry that your life is turning upside down. How do you know that the side you are used to is better than the one to come? And my life turned upside down multiple times. And honestly, in the end, none of them were as bad as I feared they would be. So I'm trying to embrace letting go of control more often. And letting go of perfectionism means trusting that growth comes from the process, not the outcome. Today, I want to share with you 8 practical strategies that help me to release my perfectionism. I'm still working on it. And move into the new year with grace and balance. The biggest one for me is setting good enough goals. Instead of aiming for flawless resolutions, ask yourself, what is one small, achievable step I can take? For example, instead of committing to exercising daily, aim for moving your body 3 times a week in any way that feels good. Progress is more important than perfection. Practice self-compassion. When you catch yourself in self-critical thoughts, pause and ask, would I speak to a friend this way? Replace harsh judgments with kindness. A mantra like, I am enough as I am, can be grounding. Perhaps you have some variation of that. Repeat it daily to reframe your mindset. Another one is embrace the messy middle. Growth is rarely linear. Acknowledge that setbacks are a natural part of the process. Here, journaling can help you reframe challenges as opportunities and write down one thing you learned from a mistake and how it can guide you forwards. Celebrate small wins. Perfectionists often overlook their accomplishments. At the end of the day, write down 3 things you did well, no matter how small. Gratitude practices can shift your focus from what's lacking to what's thriving. If you want to do that in community, I have a Discord server where we actually do that together. And we did it for 2024. And I am looking forward to doing that again. Limit all or nothing thinking. Catch yourself when you think in extremes, like, if I can't do this perfectly, I shouldn't do it at all. Challenge this by saying doing something imperfectly is better than not doing it at all. Create a done is better than perfect habit. Choose one area of your life, like work, hobby, or relationship, where you commit to finishing tasks without overthinking. Set a timer for 30 minutes and work on something without judging the quality. When the timer ends, stop and celebrate that you completed it. That's the approach I have with my YouTube videos, actually. I had a huge block in my head because I'm lacking the editing skills to make the videos look like I would want them to look. And now that I slowly gain more skills, I'm lacking the time because video editing is a very time-consuming process, right? Also for this video, done is better than perfect. Seek joy in the process. Shift your focus from results to the experience itself. Whether you're cooking, creating, or exercising, immerse yourself in the moment. Notice the sensations, sounds, and feelings around you. And a big one, surround yourself with supporting people. Spend time with those who value authenticity over perfection. Share your goals with someone who will celebrate your efforts, not just the outcome. When you sit down and think about your resolutions for the new year, keep these questions in mind. What truly matters to me? What would bring me joy and fulfillment, even if it's not perfect? What can I release to create more space for peace? Instead of setting rigid goals, consider adopting intentions. For example, I intend to prioritize my well-being. I intend to cultivate meaningful connections. These intentions act as gentle guides rather than strict rules, giving you the flexibility to adapt and grow throughout the year. This is something that helped me a lot on my journey 24 and took the pressure off me. In the end, I was actually able to do my Reiki level 3 course and a lot of more things that I probably would not have if I felt the pressure all the time. Letting go of perfectionism is not about lowering your standards. It's about honoring your humanity. To close that thought, I want to share one oracle card with you from the Rumi Oracle deck. I pulled it before the video, and that was the inspiration for some of the things I shared with you today. The card is Let Love Transform. The spring of love arrived to transform the dust into a garden. The call is heard from the heavens to bid the wings of soul to fly. The sea becomes filled with pearls. The dry land receives the water of life. The stone becomes a ruby, and the body becomes all soul. Love is my medicine, intelligent medicine. It takes death and makes it a pathway into greater life. What genius is this? A genius that will render anything and everything as a pathway to life. This card also says, detach yourself from expectations of timing. The harvest will be at the best time, when the ripeness is just right, so utterly juicy and sweet you shall know with certainty that this is the best way. Not a moment sooner would have been perfect, not a moment later. Absolute trust is the best way to adhere to the law of love. This gives you rather some energy to spare, perhaps that might have otherwise been engaged in perpetuating worry or doubt. And with that, take a deep breath, release the need for control, and step into the year ahead with an open heart and a blank page. Thank you for spending time with me today. I will see you next time.